How is everybody doing today? And in this video, we are going to be talking about our next character coming out in Honkai Star Rail, and that is going to be Fugue. Fugue is, of course, going to be our new addition to the Super Break team and seemingly to be the replacement for HMC because, of course, with 3.0 coming out very soon, Remembrance MC is going to take their spot if, of course, they are up to par with HMC for the Remembrance path. But of course, today we're going to talk about Fugue, what she's able to do, and also her performance in MOC 12. And today's showcase is specifically going to be using Firefly, which I think for the most part is one of the best synergies, of course, using the full fire team, which is going around with Firefly, Fugue, and also Linksha. Of course, Linksha can be changed out for someone like Gallagher because they kind of do the equivalent amount of work to the full entire field when it comes to the fire weakness, and of course REHOO for the reduced toughness damage and all that different type of stuff. But Fugue definitely has quite a bit to her kit that is going to help out a lot. Some things that are going to help out is, of course, the unique buff that only Fugue can give, or a debuff technically, which is going to be the Exo Toughness equivalent, which is the Cloud Flame Luster. And this is definitely going to be a really big boost in damage because now we're getting the initial break and now we're getting the Exo Toughness break, which is absolutely amazing for a lot of these different characters like Rappa, like Boohill, and also like Firefly. So having this new Cloud Flame Luster toughness is going to be really great for the overall break teams that are in the game. And not only that, we have ways of boosting break effect. We have a really big AoE that's able to help reduce toughness no matter the actual element, so that's really great. And of course, all the different types of buffs that we're getting when it comes to delays. We're also getting an extra break effect bonus, and also not only that, we're also looking at a skill point recover, which is going to be really good, especially for the teams that you usually run, which are very skill point intensive when it comes to having something like Linksha, when it comes to having Firefly spam their skills for the most part with how fast she's going. There's a lot to look forward to when you have all of these together. So of course, let's get into the showcase. This footage is from the content creator experience server. It may or may not be in live release when this ends up coming out, so make sure to keep in mind. Let's get back into the video. All right, now we are here with Linksha, Fugue, and Firefly, and REHOO, of course. This team is definitely going to do some work just because everyone is going to be implanted with fire, and we just have a crap ton of fire damage on this team, which I think makes it really strong in my opinion. We're gonna go ahead and skill this guy here to lower the toughness. I was trying my best to get the ultimate off first so we can have as much action value as possible, but it doesn't matter. Gonna go ahead and break this dude. As you can see, the Exo Toughness is already at work, and I kind of like saying it as Exo Toughness just because it feels like a little bit, in my opinion, more at home the way we first got introduced into it. But of course, it has its own name. But we are gonna break this dude for 61k. I did want to keep our skill points because, of course, Firefly does run through them quite a bit. Right here, we are going to do our basic, and then we're going to ult. And then Fugue is coming up with her enhanced basic attack. We also have Firefly coming up, so we want to whittle her down as much as possible. So that's boom. And then we're going to use the ultimate to try to lower the weakness just a little bit more so that Firefly can do all of her job. And holy crap, 121. Look at how insane that is going to be. I do want to know if it's going to double pop that break bar. I don't know 100% if it will, but Fuyin will most likely take care of the rest. Really close. So we're going to go ahead and skill here, and then after that we'll basic here, and then we will use the skill one last time with Firefly, and we should be in the next wave. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. I don't want to get hit by any of the energy reducing enemies. We are going to go ahead and try our best to spam as much as we can to break this dinosaur. Do I want to? Ooh, I don't know. I do want to hit the skill on this, but we're going to try ahead and hit the dinosaur here. We're going to advance Fuyin up as well. That way we can start breaking some of these TVs. Boom. Oh my, 472. Yo, Linksha's insane. We're gonna break the dinosaur. We're gonna use our, actually we won't use our skill just because Firefly needs to come up and REHOO also needs to re-up the buff. But as you can see, there's a lot. You do so much toughness damage with that Exo Toughness equivalent, and that's just gonna allow it to be super easy to break and even double break sometimes, which gets absolutely absurd. We are going to go ahead and re-up our buff. That's why you have to play a little bit more safe with these these buffs and using your skill points, because you do run over quite a bit when using characters like Firefly, Ruame, because you have to re-up the buffs on, of course, having Fugue and also Ruame. And then Linksha, the same thing goes as well. You want to have Fuyin up as much as possible. And then Firefly, she just uses skill points like crazy regardless. So we are getting close. I'm hoping that we can get to the next wave. No, I wanted to get to this very quickly, but we'll be fine. I just want for us, for the most part, to not have to be in a situation where we just can't get back into the sound form. We are going to go ahead and do a basic here. Boom. In energy, I'll take it. Energy again, I'll re-up the buff with Ruame. And we should be able to do massive damage very soon, especially with Fuyin, Tingyun, having Firefly come out very soon. Gonna go ahead and do our ult. Fuyin. That's gonna help us with the toughness damage. And now it's time to go insane. That's one break. Boom. I love this so much. We're gonna go ahead and use Fuyin's skill. We're gonna go ahead and ult as well. Not Fuyin's skill, but Linksha's skill into Linksha ult into Fuyin. Oh, is this a Linksha showcase? Holy crap. That is so much damage coming out of her. She's doing more damage realistically than Firefly at this point. Holy crap. And then we're about to see not Tingyun, but Fugue's damage. 364 from a support. Holy, that was insane. That was insane. Seeing the amount of power that not only this team does, because this team overall is just absolutely cracked out. Because Firefly being able to use the exo toughness or the extra toughness that's added on because of the debuff from Fugue, of course, and then having someone like Linksha as well helping out with the occasional toughness damage, the occasional Fuyin with the healing, and also getting that free Fuyin at the start when Firefly does her skill. This team is just absolutely insane. I do want to test out more teams as well very soon, especially characters like Rappa and maybe even Buhil as well. We'll have to see about that, but I'm definitely looking at Rappa, because man, that exo toughness is going to be really great for her as well. Again, it does suck that we are having to fill the spot with Fugue because HMC is leaving, but realistically HMC leaving into Remembrance MC is not gonna be that bad, especially with Fugue as a replacement, because Fugue does feel really nice in my honest opinion. And of course, it's really nice to have our Tingyun back for the most part in Star Rail, so it is really cool to see. I overall love this character a lot. Really plays into Firefly's team, and I'm pretty sure this will also play into the Rappa team as well, just because having that ability to reduce exo toughness or reduce toughness period off of her ultimate is a pretty big buff, because it allows her to be able to be useful inside Rappa's team, especially if there's only imaginary weak enemies. And realistically, fire and imaginary usually are together, so that shouldn't be too hard to try and get a lot of toughness off, especially when it comes to having teammates like Linksha and having teammates like Fugue. So other than that, that's gonna be it for this video when it comes to showcasing off Fugue with one of her best teams, of course, because having that fire implant, having a fire AoE, another fire AoE, and then a character that just helps with reducing those toughnesses even further, yeah, it gets a little bit insane. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Always end the video. See y'all guys in the next one, and peace.